Dante, thank you for taking time with us off the Block blog. Congratulations on 2 wins over BYU and a thrilling 5-set victory over BYU. Can you just give us your initial impressions of not only winning tonight's match, but just taking 2 wins over a heated rival?
Yeah, BYU is a really good team. They've traditionally been really good. And I know every time we go there, we have battles at BYU, and it's an awesome place to play. So I'm glad that I hope we were able to kind of reciprocate that when they came here. And they're a great team. They got great arms. They're a great system blocking team. And I think we did a good job. And we'll look at the tape and things we can improve, but I'm glad we got 2 wins.
You had to fill in some big shoes at the center position.
Definitely.
You had to fill in for Michael Saeta. What did he impart in you the last 2 years, and how much of a struggle or challenge was it for you to step into his role?
Yeah, I can't say enough great things about Mike. I mean, everyone sees what he does on the floor with his serving and his hitting on 2 and his ability to distribute the ball, and that's amazing. But off the court, he's just as good of a leader. He's making sure, guys, freshmen, sophomores, doesn't matter. He's making sure guys are doing what they need to be doing. He sets an example in the classroom too. We're here to go to school too. He's an excellent student. He's a really smart guy, and I can't say enough about Mike and what an amazing leader he was for us. Perspective-wise from the game, he did a lot of things really well, and we're obviously different, him being, 6'6" and left-handed, and me being a little smaller. So I'm glad I was able to learn some of those things that bigger setters and more athletic setters can use and start to throw them into my game. And then the biggest thing is just, as a setter, you really want to try to help out your hitters as much as you can. And I think Mike did a great job of putting our hitters in great spots, physically, mentally, whatever it took. So it was really, really fun to watch that, and I'm glad that we're having some success this year, and Mike deserves a lot of credit for that.
And also, he was a very good interview, and you
yes.
seem to be in the same mold too. So
yeah, Mike was unbelievable at interviews. So I'm hoping I can live up to his standard. I'm sure I'll get a text tomorrow morning about how I did. So.
And then there are other seniors that you had to replace from
Definitely.
last year, with Hoffman, with Tamir,
yeah.
And Hodges.
Yeah.
What did you guys do in the offseason to try to aim to replace that?
Yeah, that whole crew. I mean, Tamir, you're talking about a truly a guy for our team that could put balls away at any time. He's a fire guy. He leads our team. Haji, the physicality he brings is pretty much impossible to replace. Dylan Hoffman, I think, is one of the guys I learned the most from, just how cool and calm he is all the time. It's amazing to watch him work, and I loved hanging out with those guys. Andrew Benz too, a middle. He played up and down in his career, but the way he just led these young middles that we had last year was amazing. So I can't say enough about that senior class. As for replacing them, I think we really try to play our own game this year. I mean, we took as much as we could and learned from that team, but we got some new guys out there, so we're just trying to develop a system and cultivate ways that we can win. And when we can learn from those guys, we do, and when we need to change, they're okay with that, so it's good.
I'm going to go a little bit off the script. I'm going to ask you, this is not the curveball question I was promising, but can you tell us about the recruitment and why you chose to come to Irvine?
Yeah, UCI is an unbelievable school, academically very strong. I'm a computer science major. They have an excellent ICS program here. I don't think you can beat our team culture. I know culture is such a buzzword these days that it's hard to describe, and I'm not going to try to describe it here in an interview. All I can say is that if you talk to anyone that's lived the Irvine program back 25, 30 years, we have alumni around here all the time. They all say the same thing about being an Irvine guy and being able to represent what that means, and that culture is special. So when you get a chance to spend time in something like that, we really try to relish it. And that's been awesome. And then as far as location, I mean, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. It's pretty cold. It's beautiful out here. We live right on the beach. We go to school. You really can't beat it.
Do you send pictures of the weather and send it back home?
All the time. I send it back home to my friends, and they get real mad at me when they're walking around in the snow and I'm in board shorts playing beach in the middle of January.
I approve of doing that.
Yeah.
Is it too early to look at the Big West Conference season, or are you guys just focused on the non-conference?
We take it one game at a time. We really try to study our opponents, and men's volleyball, the way it's growing is amazing. Every team can come out here and knock us off at any time, and we feel we can do the same to any team. So we try to take them really one game at a time. We're obviously paying attention to the Big West teams and getting a feel for them for when we play later in the year, but we'll move on pretty quick to UCLA and Stanford, who we got next week, and we'll prepare for them, and then moving forward, just keep taking it one game at a time.
And I should have asked this earlier in the interview, but this weekend you guys hit north of 350 in both matches, and I was in a chalk talk with Nif before the match, and he was saying that was the magic number. You want to hit above 350, and anytime you do that, you are going to be citing out at a high clip. How much of that do you attribute to the players that you play with? Kubi had a great night tonight with hitting over 500. Sack did his thing, and then last night, you go back to last night, another Midwest guy, Carl Appelbach, had 24 kills and 6 service aces.
Yeah, like you mentioned, our coaches here do an unbelievable job of getting us prepared for games, and we look at stats like that because we know that they can help us. And Jordan Chang, our assistant, is just a guru with stats, and he makes sure that we kind of get those numbers that we're aiming for. And we know that once the game comes, the numbers mean something, but a lot of the feel for the game is kind of what helps us. As for how we're hitting so well, I can't give enough credit not only to the hitters hitting us out of some bad spots, but the way we're passing the ball. I mean, I know we're rotating 3 guys through those outside positions. Kubi's passing well, JB's passing well, Joel's putting the ball in the air, he's passing well. Carl's able to go up and take 47 swings last night and hit over 400. I mean, that's amazing because he's not only getting the in-system balls that he's putting away, he's getting that transition junk, and he's managing or scoring. It makes my job really easy the way we're able to pass the ball. David Parker, he leads an unbelievable unit back there, and as long as we can keep that up, I think we're moving in the right direction.
You're talking about Jordan, but one of my favorite assistants is Presh. What does he do to kind of just liven up the mood?
Yeah, I believe, speaking of Mike, he called him a demigod last year. I have to second that comment for sure. He's a demigod not only in his coaching and his play, but in his physical appearance. When we walk into the huddle and see that man, I mean, he radiates manliness, and we're able to feed off of that. He's just huge, and he really makes an impression on our team. It certainly would not be Irvine without Mark Brescio.
And final question. It seems to me that at least on the West Coast, there's something with hair and being a setter. Do you have the better hair, or does Micah have the better hair?
Micah's got great hair. Can't lie about that. I'll give him the hair on this one. You know, he's from Hawaii. He's got a little bit more of that going on. I think in Chicago maybe he's a little bit more for warmth. So hopefully we can exchange notes and get on the same page.
Thank you for taking time with us off the block blog.
Of course. Thank you.
And good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.